A church in Bernie, meantime, is doing what it can to help those in Ukraine. The lead pastor there is from Russia, and his wife is from Ukraine.
The couple says they started raising money to help send resources to Ukraine earlier this week. They're part of the God Will Provide Church, which has pastors all around the world. So far, the church in Bernie has raised $4,000 to help people in Ukraine. They've kept in touch with a pastor who's in the middle of that chaos right now.
One of the pastors, he didn't sleep for 4 days, and he was going through a really hard time. He heard the bombs, he heard the shotguns, and then he was asking us for the prayer support. He was crying.
The lead pastor in Bernie also staying in touch with a pastor who is helping gather resources in Austria. From there, they're taken to the Ukrainian border. The Night Team's John Paul Barajas spoke with that pastor tonight.
8 days ago, the Russian military began its invasion of Ukraine. It didn't take long for the world to see humanitarian aid was needed and needed fast. While 1 million people have fled, others are doing what they can to help those who have stayed behind.
It's crazy in the conditions that they're working in right now. They're doing surgeries in basements of buildings or in the metros. And imagine they're having labor. They're having the daily, causes of sicknesses and diseases, and plus wounded soldiers.
Vitaly Chernetsky is the pastor of Austria's God Will Provide International Church. Originally from Ukraine and with family still there, he started making calls.
I think it was like 24 hours where I was able to get a full semi-truck.
We have another 3 pallets of medicine that just arrived.
Full of different humanitarian aid. I'm talking about sleeping bags, tents, mattresses, clothing.
With an outpouring of support from other churches around the globe, including here in Bernie, other organizations and businesses, they've been able to send 4 semi-trucks full of supplies to 3 different cities this week, including Kyiv, where Russian troops are advancing.
I have one guy who's driving all the way into Warsaw, Poland, and my cousin is there and his wife is there. So she receives the goods and she brings it to the border, and the husband, he picks up the stuff and then drives it directly into Kyiv.
And these deliveries of goods is on top of housing refugees who have made it out of their war-torn country. They took 50 people in just yesterday.
The psychological damage that they have. Imagine you've grown up in a city, you've lived there, you wake up in the morning to sirens and bombs going off.
Chernetsky is proud of what they've done, but says the work is far from over, pleading for more donations because the supplies are not just helping those fighting physically, but rejuvenating morale.
They feel that the world is behind them, plus they are being threatened on their own territory, and they are not giving up.
Now, the God Will Provide Church will be holding a special prayer service for everyone affected by this invasion this Sunday in Bernie at 2 p.m. The address is right here. It's near I-10 and Wynwood Drive. They are still taking monetary donations to send to the pastor in Austria as well. If you're interested in helping out or attending the Mass, we'll have the address and the link to donate on our website. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.